So our next contest is between boxers from Puerto Rico and Armenia. Puerto Rican boxer is 23-year-old Caleb Josu Tirado. His opponent is Artur Bazeyan, also 23 years of age. We see our 5 scoring judges who hail from Kazakhstan, Poland, Mongolia, Guatemala and Sri Lanka. Mr. Carl Ruin of Australia is our referee.
In the red corner, representing China.
And we are underway. 57-kilogram action between boxers from Puerto Rico and Armenia. Boxer wearing blue is 23-year-old Caleb Jose Tirado Pagan. His opponent wearing red, just taken a left hand to the body in this all-orthodox affair. Left hook landed from Tirado as well. That is Artur Bazeyan from Armenia. Nice left jab landed from Bazeyan.
Bazeyan's just trying to control the centre a little bit behind his jab. Pushing his, oh, beautiful, beautiful body shot there by Pagan.
So a minute gone in this opening round. Bazeyan comes in as the 2022 European Championship silver medalist at 57 kilograms. Contest stage in his homeland in the capital Yerevan, boxing his way through to that second placed podium in the continental event. Exchange of jabs, but Bazeyan brings his right hand into play. It's for Tirado Pagan. He comes to the ring as the reigning America's Continental Champion, having taken the America's Confederation Championships last year in Cali, Colombia. The two boxers who have enjoyed medal success on the continental stage. Bazeyan turning southpaw now. Tirado turning southpaw.
I like what Tirado's doing here, is mixing it up. He's not just headhunting, he's going to the body, trying to confuse his opponent a little bit as he's coming in. Bazeyan just edging in behind his jab.
So again, Tirado just able to keep his front foot on the outside in this southpaw stance against Bazeyan. Short of the mark with his left hand. The boxer really committing, but there's a count, and that's why, because these two men adept counter punchers. Left hand landed by Tirado Pagan, but it was going to be a low blow by our referee from Australia. I've spoken to about that. Reaching for that southpaw left twice. Beautiful move in the pocket from Bazeyan to cause him to miss. And then he countered with a right hand that was altogether more direct, glancing the chin of Tirado. Good work from Bazeyan. Well, plenty of thinking, plenty of feinting in evidence during the course of that round, but to a large extent, the boxers cancelling one another out in terms of offensive success. Just always able to evade the incoming fire, and it's Bazeyan who has edged it on a 3-2 split. A switch hitting Caleb Tirado Pagan, taking it for judges 1 and 2.
Tirado just needs to up the tempo a little bit. He's doing really well with the first phase attacks. He needs to step in again with the second phase to try and push his man back. Bazeyan's doing really well, controlling the centre of the ring, using his jab, keeping his man off balance. Pagan's going to really have to step up his game in this next round. To change those judges' minds. Pull those points back.
So we move into the second round then. Each of these men attempted to qualify through their continental event, the multi-sport continental games, the European games for Bazeyan. He was eliminated by the Cuban relocated to Bulgaria, Javier Ibanez, at the quarter-final stage. As for Caleb Tirado Pagan, he was eliminated in his qualification bid at the Pan Am Games in Chile by Colombia's Yilmar Leandro Gonzalez in the first preliminary round. So each man taking their second stab at Olympic qualification, and Bazeyan now turning stalker on his front foot, looking to walk down his opponent, but look at how he's able to counter successfully out of that southpaw stance. Is this playing into the hands of Tirado Pagan, with Bazeyan increasing his aggression? Remember, the first round was a cagey affair, and Bazeyan edged it on a 3-2 split. He's come out. Oh, that's a beautiful southpaw left from Tirado Pagan. Looking for that same shot once again, but was just short of the mark. Darting jab to the body landed by Bazeyan. Now he switches back to the orthodox stance. Lands with a left jab. Does Tirado Pagan. You see, far more movement. Nice spin off the line. Now back as a southpaw from Bazeyan. Oh, terrific composure once again. Making his man miss and making him pay with a crisp two-punch counter combination. And there's another counter-punch success. Left, right out of the southpaw stance. And he really is feeling it now. And the aggression increase from Bazeyan has brought Tirado Pagan right back into this contest. Edged in the first round on a 3-2 split. But with Bazeyan turning up the tempo, it's just played into the wheelhouse of the counterpuncher. And Tirado Pagan showcasing that clever skill beautifully.
Yeah, this suits Tirado much, much better. His opponent coming towards him so he can pick him off, counter him as he comes in.
So now that he's hesitant, I was going to suggest that he's just trying to think his way in now, Bazeyan. He is having success with his straight punches. Tirado Pagan cutting a comfortable figure up there in the ring. Beautiful movement laterally, changing direction left and right in a flash, and scoring with a left jab as an orthodox boxer. He's had success out of both stances. But let's not get it twisted. Most of his success has been as a counter puncher, drawing the lead from Tirado Pagan and then able to bring his opponents onto shots, just as he did with that burst of punches to the body. So the second round concluded, and remember, Tirado Pagan edged on a 3-2 split in the first. Bazeyan changing tactics, and that is why he has taken the second round across the board. He took it for judges 1 and 2 in the first round, but you can see he has taken all 5 scores to give us 3 scores of 19 points apiece, and it was crucial that he was able to turn one of those 10-9 scores into a 19-19 score on top of the 2 rounds that he has taken for judges 1 and 2, because now it has all come down to the final 3 minutes. Tirado Pagan needs to convince just one of judges 3, 4 or 5 that he will be the better boxer in the third round. As for Bazeyan, he's got to convince all 3 of judges 3, 4 and 5 that he's the better boxer. But it's all come down to this. And seeing as an increase in the aggression played into Tirado Pagan's hands, how will Bazeyan approach this round? My goodness, this is a real tightrope walk, this one. If you wait and look to play counter-puncher, by definition, the clock continues to tick. And then you've got to land some really eye-catching work to edge it. If you land one and your opponent lands none, very difficult to score against you. But it takes nerves of steel to employ that type of tactic.
Bazeyan needs to be quite careful here. Pressure, but he needs to be careful with it. He can't just walk onto the counter-punching shots.
First commentator on Bazeyan. 2021 European Under-22 Championships. Rosetto Degliabruzia in Italy. Worked his way to top spot in the podium, 56 kilograms. Inside on that tournament, where the preliminary stages took place in a marquee outside before transferring to an indoor venue. Big swing and a miss from Bazeyan. Beautiful movement in the pocket once again from Tirado Pagan. Approaching the halfway stage of the third and final round. A reminder of the context. Bazeyan edged the first on a 3-2 split as a counter right hand, then left hook, and then a good burst of punches to the body from Tirado Pagan, but Bazeyan continuing to press. And you see his corner waving him on. Now, did those shots land, or did Tirado Pagan was he just able to evade them by turning his head at the last moment? This one on an absolute knife edge. 3 scored just 19 points apiece after Tirado Pagan took the second round unanimously. Edged in the first on a 3-2 split, but his counter-punching prowess served him beautifully in the second frame, and here he's demonstrating it once again. Repeated success in pretty short order with that right hand against the advancing Bazeyan.
Tirado's doing really well with the counter-punching here.
Stealing a glance to his corner is Bazeyan. Well, we saw what they were telling him to do. They were telling him to press. Against such a composed counterpuncher as Tirado Pagan, that is risky in itself. See Tirado Pagan trying to lead off, and then both boxers burrowing away to the body of their opponent for a torrid exchange at center ring with 20 seconds remaining in the contest. A contest that is still up for grabs. The clock will continue to tick here now. Can somebody produce a sustained moment of eye-catching quality? Counter right hand not too far away. There's a left jab without reply from Tirado Pagan, and changes direction for a slapping left. It's untidy, it's physical in the closing stages, and a right hand after the bell landed by Bazeyan. A few love taps exchanged at the conclusion of what was an absolutely riveting affair over 3 3-minute rounds in the 57 kilogram division. Wonderful contest. Tirado Pagan boxed beautifully in the second round to take it unanimously. I happen to think that Tirado Pagan has done enough, but will the boxers prefer the front foot pressure of Bazeyan? Remember, it was all square for judges 3, 4 and 5, 19 points apiece. Tirado Pagan led 20 points to 18 for judges 1 and 2. Which way is this one going to go? It could well be split. I think the man in red has done enough. Here's the verdict. And once we heard the word unanimous, it could only be Caleb Josue Tirado Pagan. A terrific performance, and it has left that verdict, Artur Bazeyan of Armenia, absolutely crestfallen. Outpointed after taking the first round on a 3-2 split. But Tirado Pagan showing terrific composure, never panicked despite being down on the scorecards, and when Artur Bazeyan dialed up the aggression, well, he was able to show his composure in the pocket as he's doing during this sequence here, just making his man miss by millimeters before countering with the more eye-catching work.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful boxing there by Pagan. He just kept his composure, like you were saying, caught his man on the counter punch as he was coming in.
That is a terrific turnaround, because he has taken rounds 2 and 3 unanimously with Caleb Tirado Pagan. Artur Bazeyan took the first on a 3-2 split. Make no mistake, he was in the contest, but just didn't do enough to win the contest, and that is indeed how the 5 scoring judges saw it. Caleb Tirado Pagan goes through to the round of 16, and the reigning world champion Mahmoud Sabir Khan awaits that contest scheduled for 2 days' time